Jay Sri Radheshyam, and welcome. Some days without creating new videos and content on this channel. Actually, I have been working deeply into videos regarding to shadow work, deep psychological cleaning, to say in Spanish, writing and guiding on this area that actually is very, very interesting. What have been bringing to me some philosophical thoughts regarding Bhakti path, Bhakti mark, and it is connected to what I have been observing. I think, honestly speaking, there is not a deeper wisdom than the one that you can experiment and observe. And through observation, you can truly realize what is what. It's that simple. I have been observing through the years, I've been over about 30 years already in this life, studying and seeing so much. Very grateful for that. Sri Gurudev have been expanding and showing himself in so many forms, names, shapes, philosophies, that helps to increase our awareness, our consciousness, and pursue our final destination. But I see difficult to progress in a spiritual path, in Bhakti, yoga, etc., under a religious, ritualistic point of view. Since religious point of views, and here I'm speaking exactly about Gaudiyas and Vaishnavas and anything coming from Vedas or Tantras or Islam and the Torah, Christianism, Bible, etc., all of that. From that point of view, Vaishnavas or Gaudiyas are no superior to any other religion, and also it fell into the classification of religion. So because somebody is following, I don't know, some Babas in Radhakund or some yogis from Himalaya, it does not make them religious. They are very religious people, and I will explain clearly these things, because I am sure this can help a lot to the 1% of sadhakas, yogis, practitioners who are truly looking for emancipation, for perfection, and to achieve the final goal. See, when we speak in terms of religion, it's always the mindset of my religion is best and everybody else is wrong. And we can see this very sharply in ISKCON, in Muslims, in Christians. Sanat Dharma, Hinduism to say, is a little bit broad, has a broad vision on this topic, since in order to accept all the different philosophies inside Bharat, that is a full continent, it's very extensive. So by force, to say, of nature, Hindus must to accept that some people are Shaivists, or are Shaktas, or are Vaishnavas, Vishnuists, etc. Others are Advaitins or Dvaitas, etc., etc. Shintya Veda, Veda Tattva. So that is a natural acceptance that we are facing as Hindu followers, no? But the problem comes when the sadhaka want to truly move forward in their spiritual path. And here is where the confusions comes, and the Maya tests are never conquer that are not sadhakas are not moving forward. That is the easiest way I can put it together. Sadhakas are not moving forward. Devotees are not moving forward. Because the only dharma, ethics, and moral that they are actually having is what they get from home. To say if somebody's from Bengal, they have their point of view of how the things are. If somebody is from Central India or North India, they have some different point of view of things. If somebody is born in America, they have their way of being. Somebody's born in South America or in Europe or in Asia and Japan and China, they have their own ethics and moralities, way of living. But nothing of that has anything to do with true spiritual path. Has nothing to do with the spiritual path. That is, all of that are material etiquettes. Europeans have something, Americans some have something, Indians has a different way. And many times this is taken as the base or the dharma, how the things should be, how we do the things. But it's not. So what I have seen, and is what concerns me the most nowadays, is how people, the 99% of the people, will progress on the spiritual path. Actually, I'm not concerned about so much about myself, since I've seen this. I discover and I am crossing this process of enlightening the shadows, to say, the inner darkness. As Swami Shivananda wrote in his 1947, I think, letter regarding to Navaratri, he said, if we don't work hard to erase and to delete the demons in our head, the demons will keep climbing to our head and taking control of ourselves. If we are not able and we have not the tools to develop ourselves, then nothing is happening. People is keeping their ignorance and darkness and moving forward with their religious views. If somebody is, to say, making lakhs and lakhs of money or crores per month or per year, to say, in a bad way, exploiting, paying less, getting maximum benefit, selling trash to people and customers, not having any etiquette, any ethics, and they're making a lot of money. In their religious point of view, they think to send some money to one temple in Vrindavan here and there, paying some feast to some sadhus, they are cleaning up their karma. This is all based on ignorance and stupidity. Yes, to help sadhus and ashrams and mandirs is very important, but not when the money is coming covered by blood and suffering and pain and exploitation. That is a very bad help to the sadhus. I just saw some pictures of Paramananda Maharaj, one of the biggest and most popular gurus, biggest in terms of fame, in Vrindavan. I have to say I like very much Radhavallabh Sampradaya philosophy, Siddhanta, Bhav, indeed. Sometimes I have been feeling more connected with their Bhav and Radheshyam, Radhakrishna, than even sometimes from the Gaudiya point of view, the Radheshyam from Gaudiya point of view. So I have a very good heart with them. But I must say that when I visit first time Premananji Sangha, I was surprised by the level of equipment, sound system, microphones, cameras that they are using. All those things are extremely expensive. I was thinking how Premananji Maharaj is managing to get all this money. I'm not stupid. Of course, this money is coming from donations, and donations from, if they are not the Rockefellers or the Kardashian family, I don't know who can pay that, honestly speaking. That is like a full TV studio professional TV studio, not a YouTube channel, professional TV studio level of cameras and stuff. So what I saw in the pictures, Paramananda Maharaj in a horrible condition, very swallow, fat, and looking not healthy. Why is this happening? This is happening when, I'm not saying that this is the case. What I want to say is that this might be the case, and this at least reflect on others. Yes, when the money is coming from dark business, like what I have been explaining. Dark business is not only to sell drugs and prostitutes or alcohol. Dark business is also to exploit, to, for example, to say, everybody who have been in India, maybe abroad as well. In India, we order something in Amazon, to say, and what they bring in Amazon are duplicate copies and trash instead of the product that we are buying. If you see the reviews on Amazon, 300 reviews positive about the product that you buy that is trash is a copy. How they do that? Yes, you can pay actually fake reviews. You pay 100 reviews, 1,000 reviews, fake reviews. With 1,000 accounts will say that your product is good, but you are selling trash to the people. Another thing, for example, in India, many times the food that is prepared for companies said ingredients, spices, and in spices they are using garlic and onion. So many devotees, we buy some products that we need sometimes for kitchens or for preparing and stuff, and it reads ingredients, spices. They don't clean up what spices mean. So this is cheating. So all this money is made out of cheating people. Do you understand what I mean? I buy and I cannot offer to my Thakurji garlic and onion, and I don't eat either myself. But these people is forcing me to do by cheating through their spices logo. Spices. What is a spices? What the spices is. So this is what I'm speaking about. No ethics, no morality, just money per money, just make more. So when you do that, and then they clean up their liars, their sins, because cheating so many thousands or millions of people, they go and give big donations to build up and to buy cameras and microphones and all these things to some sadhu, famous sadhu. They are doing a big damage to the sadhus. They are doing damage to those gurus who they seem to respect. And those gurus are doing wrong also to take money like that. Very wrong. So my point is not to speak about what Paramananda Maharaj picture looks like. That is really sad to see. And I have no business with them or anything to do with them. I am just giving an example, a clear example that anybody can reflect. But what I am bringing today to the table is that if we don't have a real spiritual path, we will never realize and pay attention to the fact that we must walk on an honest path. Many brahmacharis, to say, they are hiding their inner sexual deviations, to say, somehow. It's not very 2025 way of explaining, but this is what is it. No? Since they cannot marry a woman because they never like a woman, they are homosexuals. They go as brahmacharis. This is not the way, because you are hiding the shadow, the darkness that is inside through saffron cloth. This is not correct. You have to work in yourself. Why I have these feelings? How can I clean myself from these desires? How I can clean myself from lust desires? But of course, if their own gurus are not able to do that, they will not able to do that. That's the problem with the religious organizations and massive organizations. People get not tools to progress. And this is very sad, because I am sure that maybe not all of them, but a big percentage of them, they are joining their groups, or those sadhus, or those babas, or those gurus, or those sannyasis, or those swamis, in order to progress on the spiritual in the spiritual path, but they are not getting anywhere. And it's just like putting makeup on top of acne. You know, you have some very bad skin and you put makeup, just powder on top of top. It is only making the problem worse. So these have been my reflections lately. One of the things is the abuse on the Shastra and scriptures, and the abuse on Mahamantra. This is one thing that will close the path to the practitioners. This close the mantras, chanting the Mahamantra in Kirtan out loud in the street, etc. This is all wrong. And it's all wrong based on Shastras, no in my imagination. But the second thing is the most basic structure of spirituality. Spirituality, from yoga, bhakti, and everything, is the means of this is to be able to clean up yourself from ahamkar, from the ego, from inner darkness, from your envy, from your krodha, desires, lust, all what is making yourself attached to this material realm. This is the path of bhakti. Only by worshipping and doing the puja, you are not getting free from that. It's not happening. Indeed, many times that is the problem in itself. Why? See, many people, and you can see clearly in India, but also in Christian church you can see this, or in other churches. Many people is simply doing the adoration, the worshipping, the puja, and in the mind they are asking God, please give me a house, please give me a husband, please give me a wife, please heal my son, my daughter, heal myself, please give me money, this and that. Please give me spiritual understanding. Please give me darshan, to say. Please, I want to see you, this and that, this and that. But are you truly ready for that? Is the question. No? If Thakurji will touch you, if you are not ready for that, you will die instantly, there, directly there. If you will have darshan of Radheshyam or Thakurji directly right now, it's quite possible that you will get blind or you will die inside there, right in front of them. Life is out, because the power is too big and you are not ready to contain. That's why Thakurji is so sophisticated, so intelligent, that he do not give darshan to the ones who are not ready for. He say many times, when I want to help my devotee, I take everything out. All the Maya, I destroy all his Maya. And it means that all your economy, family, and all the senseless life that you have been living, life after life, will vanish in front of you. And what you will get? Nothing in the hands. Maybe you mala and japo Hare Krishna, Hare Ram only. Are you ready for that? So this is what I mean by fake spirituality, or I'm trying to explain here by religious mindsets that are not helping at all in the progress. Dancing, choreographies, and chanting in the street is not helping. That is external. Just, by the way, just read the 9 offenses to the Nam. It's exactly that. You should not do that. But if you want to teach and give kripa to the other spiritual souls, you must be in the position of giving something. If you yourself haven't been able to conquer yourself, your inner shadow, then everything that you do externally is a waste of energy. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. It's a religious point of view that is not giving any development in any sense. So that's why you see like so many these so-called sannyasis, they are all landlord masters. They have big bank account, they fly in jets, they have private cars. What is that? The very principle of sannyas is that you are free of everything from this world, not that you start becoming a rock star. That is so stupid, really, guys. Real sannyasi, what he do? Gaudiya sannyasi, Babaji will do only jap, isolate from the world, from the glance of people, etc. Now that Gauranga wants to us to spread the Harinam, yes, sure, but once you get Harinam you don't get because you get a Zoom Diksha or WhatsApp Diksha. That is all scam, spiritual scam, religious point of views that are not helping in the progress. If the heart of a sadhaka or a practitioner since took Diksha haven't been changing in the years, still being an online troll, to say, hater, not developing compassion, not having any ethics, if he haven't been detached herself from addictions, smoking, drinking, illicit sex, etc., then right there you can see that the process and gurus that these people or that people are following are not working, because the very energy, power, shakti of the sadhu who is giving shelter to a sadhak is pushing them to get unattached. And unattached does not mean poverty. You can be rich and unattached, and you can be poor and be attached to everything. So it's not about your economical condition. That is karma, and this abundance is the blessing of Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi Ma. Why not? Everybody should be abundant and happy and be in a good life, in a safe life, and surrendered by beautiful souls. That is what Krishna really wants. But the power of the guru will help the sadhak to walk further, to develop themselves, to expand their consciousness, and to be detached from everything. So basically you can have everything and still being a sannyas minded. It's possible? Yes, it's possible. Or you can be extremely poor and still be so attached to everything, even the karma is not giving you even breath. So truly think, how are your ethics? How is your compassion growing? How is your understanding growing? How your universal view is growing? How your understanding of God is growing? How your sadhana, your meditation, smaranam is growing? Is growing? Is that growing in yourself? Think about that. If it's not growing and you see the years back and you see, wow, it's not growing, yeah, we can blame ourselves and say, yeah, maybe I'm not good enough. And this is a typical mental manipulation. Yes, you are not doing the things right. But actually, let me tell you one story. When Vijay Krishna Goswami, he got Diksha, his final Sadguru appeared in front of him and gave Diksha in the Himalayas. Vijay Krishna Goswami fell unconscious for several months, and several months he was not able to walk and to speak, because the real Guru has such a power that he will transmit to you. Some gurus, Sadgurus, real gurus. By the way, none of them are part of institutions. Maybe some institutions have been growing from them, but they didn't make the institutions. Can be the case of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a real powerful Mahasiddha. Everybody who was in touch with him developed themselves in a very deep level. Even if he's no Gaudiya, but we cannot diminish the power of him. So Vijay Krishna get this Shakti power strike due to his guru. And sooner, when he recovered himself, he was totally transformed. And he become a Siddha. He was a Siddha always? Yes, possible, yes. But based on the story and the lila of him, this initiation made him in a total... When he woke up, he was in a total different level, super higher level, super platform. So if you see back in time, your gurus or your guru have been giving you diksha, but nothing is happening, it's because that diksha has no power. And you can blame the parampara, for example, for the brothers of Gaudiya Math or ISKCON. They can say, well, when they open the eyes, they realize one of the first things is that, okay, we have not real connection with Gauranga Mahaprabhu because this philosophy was created by Bhaktivinoda and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati 100 years ago only, and they had no proper diksha. Just Bhaktivinoda Thakur has proper diksha, but his guru rejected him. It means that the lineage was broke, the chain was broke right in front of his own eyes. But he kept the thing, the ball rolling, and created this big empire, but none of them had diksha. So a follower of them who open the eyes and see the things will realize, oh, Krishna, I still have no diksha. Even I'm supposed to have diksha, but I have no diksha because my diksha has no connection. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati never got diksha. Nobody initiated him as a sannyas, so everything is fake. So you can blame that as well. Okay, our leaders, who created this movement were not honest or were not connected to Gauranga Mahaprabhu properly by diksha. Yes, some will argue and will get the answer like, yes, but Shiksha Guru is more important than Diksha Guru. Yes, but this is the invention of themselves. They create these ideas that, no, the Shiksha is most important. No, Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a Diksha Guru disciple, Diksha. All the 64 real parivars or families coming from Gauranga Mahaprabhu are on the same mindset because this is the philosophy of Gauranga. Somebody else can create their own philosophies, that's okay, but it's not Gauranga philosophy. So you can blame that. But also I have good news, because in the history of Vaishnavism and the Siddhas, Mahasiddhas from all the lineages, also we understand and we can see by studying them that some of them, they were not having like a proper lineage diksha, but they were a very high level sadhakas. Many of them were like some Lila avatars or Shakti Avesh avatar in the case of Ramakrishna, who is not connected to a specific sampradaya or parivar, but they achieve such a high level, or they are at such a high level coming to this earth in order to help the Kali Yuga jivas, Kali jivas. So from that kind of guru, also you can get a lot. You can get a lot on a similar platform, just named like Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami Prabhupada, that for me is one of the biggest, and also is my Shiksha Guru. We cannot say that he is Gaudiya, or which lineage he is following, or his guru. There are things that maybe the ones who are initiated into his lineage can answer, but I cannot answer. Even I have been reading his biography and his disciples' writings. I cannot find that information. It's like self-enlightened gurus. Yeah, it's possible. I give credit to that. No into the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, but I can give I give credit to that kind of masters. Is it possible? Somebody can get enlightened without Diksha initiation? Yes, absolutely. It can happen. But the process is still the same. The first step is to clean up yourself from your anarthas, your ego, your lying nature, your materialistic qualities, etc. You have to destroy all of that. Second, you have to develop, and sadhaka must develop divine qualities, sattvic qualities. And final, as the result of all this process that can take one life, can take millions of lives, is that the divine knowledge, the truth, the final truth, will descend to the sadhaka. And this is not sectarian, this is not religious blessing that you will get because you join this religion, you will get this. No. It depends only and only on the sincerity and purity of the sadhaka. Now, of course, we can say there are some kind of kripa siddhas. Just by kripa they get perfection, just like this, and it happened as well. We have many examples like this in the Indian yogis and sadhus and masters. We can read about that, but it's not the common nature. It's not what is happening commonly. This is very different. Some of them had this kind of quality, but if you study the story, also there are hints that show that they were big yogis or devotees in previous life and stuff like that. So we cannot count that we will be kripa siddhas. What we can count is that every morning I will wake up and I will do my sadhana and I will reflect in my life, in how I am acting, how I am doing the things, how much I am growing. I am truly growing. I am truly following the real path. We have to reflect on all this and to move forward without any hesitation when we realize that the things are, and we have the proofs that the things are, Without enlightening ourselves, without cleaning the inner chamber in our heart, there is no progress. You can be nice, everybody loves you, you are very nice, But it doesn't mean that you have been developing anything on the spiritual realm, in the spiritual path. If you are still attached to people, to worldly pleasures, and these kind of things, then that is showing you that the things are very far still. It's a very long bridge to still walk, that you have to walk. That's sadhaka must walk and to achieve the other side. But if in the path you are not getting instruction and support in how to progress, then nothing is happening. Nothing is happening, really. You will just fall down with all the group and all the people and the gurus, and everybody fell in the pit, in the hole. All together, they are there already. We must take our spiritual path very seriously and to find a way to truly progress without boundaries. And the progress is very easy to see when you are progressing or not. You can feel it. You see the transformation in your mind, in your heart, in yourself. You see. That's all for today. Mahavira Radha Ramana ki Jai, Jai Nitya Jai Guru, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam.